Now, let's go down to the automotive factory floor and see what this transformation actually means for assembly. With us now from e-mobility in India, we have Giri. Welcome to Momentum Talks.
Thank you, Amanda. It's my pleasure as well to join the show.
As vehicles are turning electric, how does this affect you as an assembly supplier in the automotive industry?
I think picking up from Peter's thoughts, I can clearly see the industry is today breathing towards sustainability. Sustainability is the key driver for across all OEMs. There is no doubt about that. No, it's today not enough to just produce electric cars. There's no debate on that. But the key question is how to produce them in a more sustainable way.
And how can smart assembly tools and integrated assembly lines help car manufacturers become more sustainable?
I think the answer here is if I look at the industry back and today, there's a big transformation that has happened from the pneumatic or the air tools towards electric, more so of cordless electric. So when I say cordless smart electric tools, I mean the controllers are not there. They are becoming virtual. They're also sitting in the cloud or the server. It's not only that, these tools are more of connected with the data, and it connects with the enterprise solution as well. Overall, with the setup time reduction, with the line balancing effect and the productivity increase, I would say clearly in a typical final assembly line, potential of saving 1,000 hours is possible.
Okay, but can smart integrated assembly also make the R&D of new EV models more sustainable?
I think why not? Yes. When I heard the word R&D, it's closely linked with the product timeline launch. The R&D team are very important people in the timeline of a product. I've heard a CEO stating that if your timeline is missed, then your product becomes irrelevant. So much importance is there on the timeline of a product. And here, it's not just the race to win the climate war. It's also to gain the market share. And how can we help the R&D team over here? Imagine if you provide the digital twin form of an assembly tool to an R&D person. It makes him to visualize the production with respect to the tool running in an application, and he can see the functionality of the joint, simulate the working condition. Not only that, he can verify the performance of the tool on the joint, let's say how it happens after a year, and more and more.
At the core of electrification, we have batteries. So can you give some examples of how you work for a more sustainable battery production as an assembly provider?
I think you're right. The battery assembly is where a lot of innovation is happening at a very rapid pace. And that's very close to my heart as well. I've seen a huge amount of innovation happening at both customer end and also at our end as well. I can give an example here where we have worked on a brilliant solution in the thermal gap filler application, helping the customer to manage their thermal management of the batteries. The challenge here, as we see, is the geometry of the surfaces are not uniform. There are significant gap, and it has to be compensated. Air inclusions cannot be allowed because it's a concern for heat dissipation more. Here, the solution that our team has developed is to use the intelligence of the vision systems, scan the geometry of the material, provide this data to the dispensing solutions, which will allow the optimal dispensing of volume and hence getting the quality of the battery achieved. It's not only that, with the help of the follower plates and the vacuum system that is deployed in the pump, we also help them to reduce or minimize the wastage of material while doing barrel change. All in all, if I were to put it in a tangible way, a battery assembly can have a 20% of material saved per battery pack in this new design that we have done. I think this is brilliant.
Wow, that is quite a lot. And how can you help customers innovate regarding their battery assembly?
I think today every battery manufacturer is customizing the solutions with respect to the end consumer needs. And I would again pay a very vital tribute to the innovation centers that we have deployed across US, Europe, and in Asia, closer to the customers, in ensuring that they are involved in various processes like application engineering, material testing, prototype development, helping the customers in all possible ways.
The integration of assembly lines with smart tools seems to be the way forward for sustainable manufacturing. Thank you for all these concrete tips, Giri, and great to have you here all the way from India.